Good afternoon. Can I hear myself when I go into the actual stream? Not expecting any live viewers. Okay, so I can hear myself. That is good. Shows the technology is at least working, except the chat, which doesn't need to work because, again, not expecting any live viewers. But we are live because I haven't done anything for Eurovision Asia yet, so I may as well have a live watch along of Rhythm of Bhutan. You can see the clocks in the corner. Those are the times in my country, the UK, on the left, and Bhutan on the right. 5 hours difference, which is why it is 1:30 in the afternoon and we're having a Eurovision related show. My mic just peaked. That'll be annoying for anyone. Bitrate issues I cannot sort at the moment because when I open YouTube Studio the whole thing breaks, so that's helpful. But there we are. We have around about half an hour to go until Rhythm of Bhutan begins, the first national final for Eurovision Asia, which of course started randomly last year with Bhutan. I assume they misread like a memo that went out to the broadcasters that they would be like, good news, we are actually going to have a Eurovision Asia in 2026, and they misread it as 2025 or something like that. But they did somehow in error start a national final randomly last year. But now we are confirmed there is going to be a Eurovision Asia this year, held in Bangkok in Thailand. I don't know why I said it like that. Bangkok in Thailand. There we are. Actually have to check when it is. You can tell I've fully done my research for this, haven't I? Remember. So put that date in your diaries. 10, I think it's actually 11 countries now competing. Bhutan, of course. We will also have Bangladesh, Cambodia, Laos, Malaysia, Nepal, the Philippines, South Korea, Thailand, of course. That would be weird if they were hosting but not competing. Vietnam, and I believe Mongolia is also in. And there will be some other... I think there is at least one other country that hasn't announced its participation yet that will also be in, I believe. So we will have at least 12 countries by the end. Most of which are having national finals. I know that Malaysia, I think, is the only one that isn't, as it stands. So, obviously, a nice little prelude for those of us hardcore Eurovision fans that are here. So, yeah. What else is happening? I should probably say as well, Eurovision 2027, the actual European contest, will be hosted in either Burgas or Sofia in Bulgaria. In the last Eurovision video I did, I speculated that it might not be held in Bulgaria because of financial difficulties. It looks now like the EBU is going to help, and it will be held in Bulgaria. The host city announcement has been delayed. We should arguably have had the announcement by now, but that hasn't happened. But we know it will be Burgas or Sofia. Personally, my preference is Sofia because Burgas logistically is a bit more of a nightmare. And of course, financially, the whole situation, the best, the smaller the country is, not the smaller, the poorer the country is, the less likely you are to host it outside of the capital, because it just simply doesn't make sense to. And so it will be. I would prefer Sofia, but I know that there's a bit of wrangling over it. It's been said that the EBU and BNT, the broadcaster, are both set on it being Burgas, but there are other figures involved that as individuals have a bit of input and would prefer it being Sofia. So that's interesting, to say the least. Also, since the last video, Canada have announced that they will compete in Eurovision 2027. The country will be represented by CBC as a broadcaster. They will compete in the semi-finals, so unlike in 2015 when Australia came in originally as a guest, Canada will not be given the privilege of going through straight through to the final. They will have to compete in the semis. I doubt they'll have too much trouble selecting a song that can get through to the final of that one. So that's going to be interesting as Eurovision kind of continues a more global expansion, and hopefully we can sort of relax a bit more with the future of the contest, more guaranteed, and just in general a little bit more enjoyable, or at least there will be some things to enjoy as we go along. I'm getting a few dropped frames, so I will just quickly check that the stream is doing okay. Things to enjoy as we go along. Yeah, it looks like it dropped for like a certain amount of time, but has come back since, so that is okay. Yeah, just got to monitor that as we go along as well. And the other country that's coming back to Eurovision, or, well, Canada, of course, joined, but coming back to Eurovision is going to be North Macedonia. And what was interesting in that was there was, in the media reports for their return, I think it was on a site called leader.mk, which I'm told is reliable in North Macedonia. I think I have it here. Yes. The return to the contest was confirmed on the 21st of May 2026 by the director of MRT, the North Macedonian broadcaster, Zoran Ristovski. The article goes on to read that Ristovski, quote, expects MRT to receive a more favourable package for returning to Eurovision. So already a suggestion there of potential financial help being offered by the EBU to those Eastern European countries who have left in previous years to try and get them to come back, which suggests potentially that the number of countries in the 2026 contest, and indeed the trend before that, was potentially worrying for the EBU, and that the boycott did potentially have an effect. I will go on to discuss that if we do have time today. And we probably will, because we're on for hours and hours and hours, because it's a national final. We're going to be here for ages. What else? Murmurs that Belgium might be on their way out. We'll discuss those in a moment. Slovenia, Janez Janša has returned to power, so that could be another one coming back. We don't know yet. In fact, none of the boycotting countries have confirmed that they're coming back or not yet. We'll keep updated on that throughout the next few weeks, because hopefully there will be more national finals that I will do a watch along for across the season. Obviously, the time zone, it's more favourable for me to do live than anything else, so that's why I'm doing this. And hopefully this will stay on the channel, but it might not. Who knows? I don't know whether I know how to ensure that that is the case. Hungary, of course. Peter Magyar rising to power instead of Viktor Orban could be another one that's coming back. And that one outside of any sort of debate around politics, or at least around the boycott issue. Yes, another thing to mention in the Leader.mk article, this paragraph, I quote, Ristovski added that the time of non-transparent selection of Eurovision participants is over, and proof of this is the already announced public announcement for the selection of a composition that will represent Macedonia at the Junior Eurovision Song Contest 2026. Now, throughout its time away from the main adult contest, North Macedonia has been taking part in Junior Eurovision. So that's not necessarily the surprising bit. But the idea of a national selection potentially for North Macedonia at Junior Eurovision, a slightly different direction for them with regards to that. They've had some encouraging results in that in recent years as well. Now, interestingly, with regards to source recognition, the Leader.mk article has a few factual errors. First of all, it claims with certainty that the contest will be held in Sofia, and bearing in mind the article was back in May, so that's not great. And the it also claims that North Macedonia's best result with Tamara Tadevska's Proud was in 2017, when in fact it was 2019. I'm sure it's reliable other than that. Now, look, I don't want to give my opinion too much on that issues. I suppose, yes, this is good for the contest. It's healthy that we can have Eastern European countries in the contest that have previously withdrawn due to financial issues. But if I could ask the EBU any question about this issue, it would probably be, if you can afford to help them now, why didn't you do that in the first place? You surely don't have more money in 2025 than you did in 2022. Or 2026 than you did in 2022. Is it the idea that 37 was acceptable, but somehow going down potentially to the low 30s wasn't? There's a certain standard there that's a little bit confusing for me. And that would be kind of something that I would have to question about that, but certainly an interesting thing to note as we discuss, or as we go further into Eurovision Asia. With regards actually to my opinion on the whole boycott situation, because obviously in the last video I did on this channel on Eurovision, I said that basically the contest will not have my support if it does not support itself. If, with regards to the Israel issue, it continues to dodge questions over their participation, questions over the voter manipulation, that would be grounds for me to keep boycotting. What is interesting is there do seem to be murmurs of changes being implemented that would stop them from being able to manipulate the vote as effectively as they are doing it. And I think hopefully that will ease some quite big fears surrounding that. Obviously, I don't believe they should be in the contest, but I have to settle somewhere. And I think as well, if the contest can prove that it is worth saving and is trying to save itself, then it makes a lot more sense to have it makes a lot more sense to have pro-Palestine voices inside and actively engaging and watching the contest rather than having those people boycotting. The reason I boycotted originally was because they weren't doing that in 2026. I like how I didn't see any. My concurrent viewers remained at 0, but my views number, because I have the numbers on the side here, the views went up from 3 to 5, but the live viewers did not change. So either 2 people came in instantly and left, or I mentioned a certain country, which I did, and it somehow added bots, which I think it must have done. So that's unfortunate. Hello to you non-existent people then. So, let's talk more about Eurovision Asia then. So Bhutan will be the first to select their song. That will be today at 2 p.m. UK time, which is 7 p.m. Bhutan time. As you can see, we've got the two clocks in the corners of the screen, which are not synced. I don't know how that happened, but there we are. They're only like a split second out, so I can't really do anything about that. And then at 2 p.m. UK time, then I will be able to watch. You will be able to watch on the official Eurovision YouTube channel. And this will be available as kind of a watch along, where we can just chill and react as we go. I do worry about my glasses because obviously the reason I can't show the reason I can't show the show on this live stream is copyright. My glasses reflection might give away the screen if I'm not careful. So that could be a bit of a worry. We'll sort that out if we need to. But yeah, so we'll have this as kind of a live reaction thing. The 15th of August, that is, what is it today? Today's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Saturday, Malaysia will announce their artist, not song, just artist, on Saturday, the 15th of August. It would really help if the list was actually sorted correctly that I'm looking at. I'm having to constantly put my eyes up and down the screen and anyway, 4th of September will be South Korea. That'll be a big one. Actually, I haven't said 30th of August yet, which will be Philippines. That will also be I'm assuming that will be a contender. Yeah, Philippines, South Korea, those are so far the two that stand out to me as countries that can do well in a contest like this. And they are on the 30th of August and the 4th of September. 19th of September, Nepal will be having their national selection. 24th of September, the day after my birthday, actually. That'll be interesting. It is Laos. 27th of September, Thailand, and 30th of September, Bangladesh. Now, I will be back in uni by the time those last two happen, so we'll see what happens with that. But certainly I will be making an effort with as many of these as I possibly can if they are in the right time frame for me to do so. Cambodia, interestingly, have announced just September, so we'll see about that. And Vietnam also competing, haven't announced yet. Mongolia is not on the list that I have in front of me, and neither is the other country that I pretty much know is taking part, but I haven't got the power to announce that. So we will see what happens over the next few weeks. We have 5 minutes to go. So I should probably actually check that I have Eurovision Asia's or the official stream up on my screen here. Now, concerningly, that stream is struggling, so I'm assuming mine is as well. Yes. That could be a bit of an issue. That could be a real issue. My dropped frames have stopped, but that's only because I'm not looking at the stream. That's going to be a bit of a nightmare. Oh dear. How do I solve this? That didn't... I'm going to have to be watching on a delay, though, if I do that. I do also need sound, which I'm not getting. Let's just hope that's not coming through. I do apologise if copyrighted sound is coming through at the moment, but I will need to check. Let's just hope that's not coming through. Okay, so it isn't, which is good. So you're not hearing copyrighted sound, which is helpful. That is all muted through OBS, which should hold. The only problem is the sound that I'm getting is sort of crackly. Basically, they're just showing they're showing what's going on the Non-Stop Hits live stream, while we wait for Rhythm of Bhutan to begin. And currently it's Blanca with solo. Let's see if I click live now. It's actually not letting me skip ahead. So I assume that it's just gonna have to do that for now. However, that's not necessarily the worst thing. Even if I have to watch it about 40 seconds behind everyone else. I'll try it one more time, just to see what happens. Ooh. Uh-oh. Did I mess too much? I've got an advert. My stream hasn't dropped that time. Unfortunately, I mentioned the word advert, which I think sometimes does trigger an advert on my own live stream. I've noticed sometimes that happens. I don't know whether that is true, whether that does happen, but I know that sometimes the YouTube will show an ad if you mention the word advert. If you mention the word break, it can sometimes do that. So apologies if you did get one there. Okay, it's sort of settled at around 15 seconds behind, which is about as close as I can get it, so that's how far behind I am if you want to follow along with me. So it will be the times in the corners with about 15 seconds taken off that. So 15 seconds earlier than the times that you're seeing in the corner. Just realised I'm going to have to keep switching between screens because if I don't, then I can't tell if my stream is having issues. At the moment, you're not, which is helpful. I've also just realised my phone, which I'm using to check my stream on, to see if when there are dropped frames, to see if they're coming back properly, is saying low battery. So I might have to just go for a few moments. We'll see. So currently they're showing a trailer for Eurovision Asia, which is in English but with Bhutanese subtitles. So that's helpful. There we are. The stage is... well, it's a stage. The host, Kazang Dolkar, who is speaking mostly English, and I think her co-host, whose name hasn't appeared yet, there it is, Thurba Rigsel, is speaking in Bhutanese. This is, of course, live streamed on Zoop as well, which is a thing that they're trying to promote. That I can't make head nor tail of that particular social media, so I will not use it. Plain and simple. Right. They're now introducing, I think the jury is what they're introducing there. Oh no, these are honourable guests. My apologies. Those are politicians. Those aren't jury members. Let's see. I did have the jury the list of jury members was available somewhere. And I did have that somewhere, but it's... for some reason it's not appeared, so give me one moment. Oh, I should probably... I do have a little... there we are. So this is just so I'm showing where we are in the process. They're just on a countdown to, I think, their version of Let Rhythm of Bhutan begin. Where is it? I did have it somewhere, but it's not appearing. Ah, is it here? Yes, there we are. So now I've got it. I won't mention them now, but they are there. The only yes, sorry, Dzongkar, as someone in the chat for the official live stream has just pointed out, it's Dzongkar, not Bhutanese. I do apologise. Yes. Yes, Drukdra, of course. That pretty much is what it's called. Just Rhythm of Bhutan in English, so that us ignorant Europeans can understand. Okay. Now, yes, Drukdra, Rhythm of Bhutan. Ooh, I think we've got like a. This is like an opening act kind of thing. Oh, I see, it's Nyandra. So I assume all the participants will be in this opening number. That's quite cool. It's not live on the stage, it's a VT, but it is. This isn't a song, or well, it is a song. This isn't a competing entry. This bit isn't live. Which makes me more live than the live stream right now. There's Sangay Loudon Band. I do apologise if I'm pronouncing these things wrong. I am an ignorant European at the end of the day. I speak 4 languages. Dzongkar is not one of them. I have unfortunately got a very glitchy advert. Okay, looks like my stream didn't drop there. And Kamadrupchu, he will be opening the show. 5 acts that we've got. Kamadrupchu with, I do apologise for these pronunciations, Far Yuel, which means the homeland. The Sangay Laden Band with Pemi Chewang Tashi, the legend. Nyandra with Lai Samo, the angel. Pelden Wangchuk with Jodruel, the journey. And Bayul 301 with Drenpa, the memories. They're now cutting to Pelden. And there's Bale. Right. I will be back in 1 moment. Hopefully it all doesn't collapse while I'm gone. And I will see you in a moment. I'll try and do that. There we are. And now my phone is charging and we won't have the drama of the stream going down without my knowing. Right. They're now explaining the voting system, which it is 40% professional jury, 40% of the vote comes from the Bhutanese public, and 20% from us, from the rest of the world. Feels weird being part of the rest of the world, doesn't it? Maybe for some it doesn't so much. But yeah, it's a 40-40-20 split. And now they're introducing the jury, which is Choying Jatcho, Mr. Pema Samdrup, Sonam Dorji, and Ugyen. Oh, they're actually really introducing them one by one. They're even interviewing them one by one as well. Wow. Oh, we had some dropped frames, did we? Oh dear. The very thing I said wouldn't happen has happened. We dropped frames without me knowing. Would appear the official stream is struggling as well. Oh, this guy's very passionate. Just trying to check. Okay. Because like the official stream, I'm getting a lot of lag. But on my end, the dropped frames aren't going up on my stream, so it's me affecting it rather than it affecting me, I think. And if it remains that way, then that's fine. What is this? Just looking at the Discord server I'm in, and someone's asked, do we know what time this is expected to end? This is a national final for a Eurovision show. There is no such thing as an end for a lot of these shows for some reason. We are at least on 15 minutes since the show began, so we're not as yet in the realm of some of the other contests that we've or some of the other national finals that we've had to endure over a number of years. And of course, it being this early means we don't need to necessarily worry about it going on too long. I've nearly been live for an hour already. That feels weird. I mean, I say that the first 10 minutes or so was just the start screen, but there we are. Zoop is so bad, by the way. I haven't tried it. Honestly, this feels like a Balkan selection, but more at home feel for me. I probably shouldn't read too many messages from that Discord because I don't own it, but yeah. I don't know why I keep getting a message saying Roblox has timed out. I've not got that open. Have had a few dropped frames now though, and that was not while looking at the official stream. So I'm trying to get right in front of the microphone on the shot because otherwise that looks really off center. What is he saying that is so long? Don't know. Ah. Oh my god. Someone in the official stream chat has just shouted, Judo bum back! And then a Bhutan flag. We really are back, aren't we? We really are Judo bum back. Right. They're now explaining voting. Yes, spread your votes. Because you're, in theory, not allowed to vote for just one act. How far behind am I now? 40 seconds. I don't know how that happened. We're on a break. That's what's happening. Oh, hopefully that didn't break anything on my end. They're now showing Karya. He's not in Bhutan, don't worry. But we are just sort of watching him on the non-stop hits while Bhutan goes to its first of what I'm sure are many commercial breaks. I do wish we were seeing the ads. It was always interesting to see the adverts about things like Maltese tax brackets. That was always just a really weird thing, just seeing PSAs in other countries' languages going, what? Oh, what's happened? My audio's changed. Oh, I've got an advert. Okay. I should probably just get premium, shouldn't I, for that? I just like the idea that we cut to Karya if in doubt. No. That's just our way of solving problems now. And now they're advertising the app. Instead of adverts, we are getting adverts. Great work. Whoops. Oh, it's Yerm. I have to say, like, 12 countries that we know of. Like, that's a pretty good start. When you consider Eurovision itself started with 7. This isn't a bad start. Does Bhutan even recognize Albania? Someone has asked. in the Discord server that I'm looking at. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Shout out to whoever turned up in the middle of that, by the way. Oh, what have I done there? Oh, no, that shouldn't be there. Okay, there we are. No, not that. Oh. Yes, I am ready to choose the song. I am ready with my phone out, but I don't think we need phones out yet. I would argue we probably have to wait until the acts have performed. Wait, they're going to open it anyway? Okay. Fine. Sure, why not? 1. Start voting now. I am not going to vote yet. I'm going to be a sensible boy. Sensible man. Sensible human being of unspecified gender or age. And go through. We have 8 free votes, but you have to split amongst 3 countries. Three acts. We'll see. Can we get to the songs? It's been 26 minutes. This is a national final for a Eurovision show. It could be another half hour until we get our first act. Sit tight. Yes, Slovakia are allowed in Eurovision. They just haven't turned up the last few times. And by the last few, I mean since I started, which was 2013, so that's not great. It's the moment you've been waiting for, the performances. Well, at least some sort of self-awareness going on there. Yes, we have been waiting 27 minutes for the performances. Okay. It is now the postcard of Kamadrupchu, so I will put that text up. There we are. So that bit does work. That is the one thing I forgot to do when preparing this stream, is I forgot effects on the text, so you'll just have to make do with them appearing and disappearing for now, unless I can try and add that. That's the show transition, not the hide one. Show hide, there we are. Yes, we are all excited to watch his live performance, so now get on with it, please. People are comparing this stage to BNT's basement, by the way. Which, yeah, it basically is BNT's basement. Just quickly. Are we starting? What are we doing? We are. He's performing. Oh my goodness. I think I'm about 30 seconds behind now. Oh God. Oh no. Oh. Oh dear. The notes at the beginning were not. I think we'll just say they were not. Oh dear. It's crashed. The program has crashed. Oh no. During the first performance as well. Oh, that is really unfortunate. Well, there we are. I can now officially say that I have a more stable live stream than Eurovision Song Contest, the official account. That's what's happened. And it still isn't back, by the way. I am checking. But it would appear that Karma Dripchu's vocals were unfortunately so bad they crashed the whole stream. So that is unfortunate. I don't want to be as harsh as I just was there. But it stands to reason that if you don't want me to be as harsh as that, you should probably sing better. Oh, we're back. It's back, but it's nowhere near in sync. That's impressive. It's finished. No, hosts, please don't sing. No, that's not your job. That's the job of the professional. Oh God. Oh no. Oh dear. This is not going well. Although, incredibly, this is hilarious. We have our first item in the iceberg, someone says. I think, to be fair, we've got more than one item already in the iceberg. Come on. I would argue he got Janist. Yep, ESC gave reference. Eurovision media in turn getting executed after the stream. Does the jury give its votes after each performance? I hope not. Oh. They are asking the jurors for their comments, which are in Songha, so don't ask me to be able to say what those comments are. But I think basically for that first song, the amount of times I said, oh no, during that should basically tell you all about what happened there. Right. We're either not in sync or the people of Bhutan have an incredible ability to move their mouth and for the sound to come out of it to be completely different to the shape they are making with their mouth. I'm aware Bhutan is in the Himalayas. I am not criticizing anyone for the stream going down. What I will criticize is what little of the thing we actually saw was quite bad. Okay, so he doesn't speak English. He was asked a question in English, so we'll see. Oh no. Is he really? But why did the stream cut off mid-song? I don't know. Yes, the audio is out of sync. Now I've lost the audio. This is brilliant. It's fun watching a stream while streaming. And it's especially fun when your stream is more stable. Apparently BBS's own stream is fine. So the Bhutanese broadcaster's stream is fine. The official Eurovision Song Contest stream is not. What am I even... How is this happening? I mean... There are people in the chat in the official Eurovision stream saying switch to BBS's stream. They have cut to an ad break, so that doesn't really matter too much now. Oh, the people on the BBS stream have the adverts for... have the actual Bhutanese adverts in Dzongkha. Oh. Whereas on the Eurovision Song Contest stream, we just have Joker out. Which has sound. So they can do that bit. Sorry, I'm just vibing to Joker out. I know I'm watching the wrong stream. Well, I'm not watching the wrong stream. I'm not watching the wrong stream. I'm watching the right stream. Just... it's the stream that's glitchier. Oh, Sarah Bonici's now playing. So we have just had the first performance of the night from Karma Drupchu. Farewell, the homeland. We didn't see most of it, and what little we saw of it was awful. Vocals that were So we are waiting for the second performance, currently on an ad break. Apparently on the official Bhutanese broadcaster's stream, they are advertising a car called Hector. There we are. Meanwhile, on the official Eurovision stream, we had Sarah Bonici, and now we're back. Okay. They're still trying to claim it was an incredible performance. They may have to say that, just, you know, for PR purposes or whatever. So we are still waiting. Oh dear. Hashtag gay for Sangay appearing in the various chats and discords and things that I have open on my screens here. There's still a sound delay, interestingly, which, to be fair, is at least better than what we left with before the ad break. Because at least there is sound. Okay, the Sangay Ladin band is now having their postcard. So we are going to eventually end up getting another performance. Are we going to have ad breaks in between all of them? So we're going to be here a long time. Yes, death spot will not matter. I mean, there's only 5 acts, so there's not really a death spot. The chat on the Bhutanese stream is full of the usual comments about XYZ being pregnant, so that's all good. Someone in the official chat says this is their first time they're going to have technical difficulties, deal with it and stop complaining. In theory, it's not their first time. And also, the technical difficulties seem to be only happening on the Eurovision stream. Which is very odd. Oh, are we starting? We are starting the second performance. I'm on a bit of a delay compared to everyone else, but it's not massive, the delay. Let's see. That is a long instrument. Sorry, that sounded... Uh-oh. Oh dear, that's... list of euphemisms right there. Oh no! We lost the program again on the Eurovision stream. We lost the program again. Oh, we're back! I can't believe that my stream, which I set up as a spur of the moment thing, basically, and didn't even put the text annotations to have effects on them to begin with. This stream is somehow more stable than the official Eurovision one right now. Absolutely ridiculous. I see I lost the one viewer I saw we had for a moment there. Maybe the long instrument thing was too far. They're doing some nice little dancing. Ooh. For a moment there, the sound was in sync, but we can't have that, of course. So we rectified the problem by freezing the picture for a moment, but continuing the audio. So there we are. The man with the fake guitar is or the one to the lead singer's right, as in the lead singer's right, the left of your picture, seems to be really going for it. Well, it's over, that performance. Thank goodness for that. Well, no, I mean, that performance was okay. It's just, it would help if it wasn't being overshadowed by technical issues. That should really be, basically overcome by professionals. Professionals that I am not. My stream should not be holding up better than theirs. So they are going to the jurors after each performance, by the way. So if you're wondering what's happening now. It's a very he's a very passionate second judge there, speaking in English this time. Saying things like, "This is Bhutanese rock." I wonder if they've been told to be complimentary or what their sort of instructions have been beforehand. Because it's very interesting to kind of see the differences. Because I know, for example, in Irish Eurosong, excuse me, you have the jurors tend to be quite harsh in Irish Eurosong. So it's very interesting to see the difference in kind of judging styles of the juries. And to see whether that's perhaps more of an instruction from producers, directors, all the rest of it, rather than how they genuinely feel about the act. Obviously, I am very harsh myself, or I tend to be. Those who follow me on Blue Sky will know quite how harsh I can be through my Strictly Come Dancing scores. That's coming back soon. So yeah, I will often find a negative and say it. But I wonder if they've been told by production not to do that. And I know it's not really in the spirit of Eurovision or Eurovision Asia or Rhythm of Bhutan or any of those sorts of shows for it to be particularly harsh, because you're judging them on ranking at the end and you're not actually you're ranking them. You're not actually giving them a score out of 10 or anything. You're not having to justify giving a mark. Fifth place could be a 9 out of 10 and whatever. and you wouldn't know, because why should you? It's so it doesn't really make sense to have negative comments, but again, in the interests of constructive criticism. Oh, are we on to a break again? We are. We're getting Matahari by Effendi now. At least the ads are nice to watch on the BBS stream, says someone on Discord. I mean, to be fair, if you're not getting the kind of technical issues, then that probably is the better stream. How am I doing? I haven't dropped a frame in a while. Famous last words. Someone's just randomly put in the official chat that Montenegro have announced participation in Eurovision Asia. That would be very weird. Do you think Azerbaijan, speaking of while they're showing Matahari, do you think perhaps Azerbaijan would have a better chance in Eurovision Asia than they would in Eurovision? Because I mean, it's not exactly going well for them at the moment, is it? And that's no matter what they try and do, seemingly. As well, it felt like we had this sort of known artistic direction by switching from Swedish hand-me-downs to their own actual writers. And since then, it's sort of gone quiet. And they're just getting last place all the time in the semis. So I wonder what happens there. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we're getting a trailer for Eurovision Asia actually in Dzongkha now. Whereas previously, like at the start of the show, it was in English with Dzongkha subtitles, and now it's in Dzongkha with English subtitles. There we are. Someone in the Discord I'm looking at has just shouted San Marino outlet experience. Because of course they are. We've lost signal again. That was incredible timing, though, because it said, to make you wow, 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 next we have, and then it just lost signal. Perfect work. And now I've dropped some frames as well. That's nice. I think I dropped about 7 in total that term, though, so we're alright. Again, I can't solve the bitrate issue because, well, if I open Studio, it doesn't open, so. It's Neander time! Laisemo, the angel. Oh no, not this again with the technical. I'm gonna have to jump a bit in the stream. This might cause my stream to drop because it did the first time. Hi, Samo. Oh, we nearly had it there. Okay, let's see what Nyandra has. I did really like his voice when I listened to this the first time, and he seems to hold it live as well, which is good. Oh dear. Well, it's okay actually. The audio is making it really difficult. The delay, I mean. The audio is fine and the visuals are fine, but they're not in sync with each other. I think he was the one I said, because I wrote down some notes before, and I believe he was the one where I said the vocals are brilliant, but sometimes the song is not doing what he needs it to do. Like it's not showing the vocals off as effectively as it could. This is by far the best vocal tonight so far. And it's going to be quite hard to beat it as well. That was fantastic. That was brilliant from Nyandra. I wouldn't be surprised if that won. Yes, I know the pause after that was so. That was weird. When it, the host went, "That was so," and then massive pause before going good. Come on. The one time it actually is, and the jury's the jurors like it. They really like it actually. I can. With the first two, it sounded, or it felt a bit insincere, like they were giving good comments because they had to give good comments. This time they sound a little more honest. I don't know whether I'm just picking up on a weird sort of tone in their voice or something, but that's what it sounds like to me. They sound a lot more honest this time. I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes to the main contest. I was just playing about with the background there just to see if, because it moved the first time I did it. Doesn't anymore. Oh well. Seems to be quite emotional. I did feel there was a possible like he was getting a bit carried away with the emotion of it at times. I did kind of hear that in his voice, and it was causing the vocal to be a little tiny bit shaky at literally about twice. Two notes in the entire song, but certainly there. Vote for Alexander Rybak, someone randomly says in the chat. Please do not vote for Alexander Rybak. Because if anyone is offering you a vote for Alexander Rybak, it's a scam. Okay. It has been an entire hour. And we have had 3 songs. Ah. Ooh. Couple of dropped frames. The bitrate just sort of tanked for a moment. Right, we're back on an ad break. And by ad break, I mean the Eurovision Song Contest official stream showing Yasu Maria. Uh-oh, Yasu Maria. Sorry, I'm being completely silent for a moment. It's hard to entertain during an ad break, isn't it? Uh, we are still waiting. But we have had Niendra with Lai Semo. We have had 3 acts. We are waiting for the final 2. Indeed. They're now showing Bala Aborentina. PSA, don't do your own electrical. Okay, moving on. So yes. 3 acts down, 2 to go. The time is 3:07 p.m. our time, 8:07 p.m. in Bhutan. My experience of previous national finals suggests we've got about 4 hours to go. Oh my god, right, okay. I was wondering what the PSA don't do your own electrical work thing was about there. Okay, so apparently on the official stream of BBS, the Bhutanese national broadcaster, they showed a PSA of don't do your own electrical work. We used to have those in the UK, but I'm only 22, so I don't remember them. So that doesn't help anyone. So I am still awaiting. Golly, I wonder if Eurovision is going to Asia. Don't think I'd be here if not. But we are. And we are still awaiting the fourth song. We've had a very long ad break now. Oh, we've got Pog. Oh, oh, we lost Pog. Now we have to do the actual show again. I'm just about still within an acceptable delay. But I may have to jump, which leads to dropped frames. The sound is still out. The sound delay is still there for some reason. Okay, Pelden Wangchuk from with Jodrell, The Journey. I can finally cut to an intermission after the next two songs. We are all excited, aren't we, ladies and gentlemen? And then polite applause in the background. This is... If you are British, this entire show sounds extremely sarcastic. Which is hilarious, really. Right, Pelden is now actually performing, which is good. Progress being made. His vocals are fine, he's just a little nervous, it sounds. This is an interesting point from someone in the official chat. Turkey can join both, technically. It can join both Eurovision and Eurovision Asia. It won't. It won't join either until Erdogan's gone. There we are. Eurovision Asia 2027 will not be in Thimphu. Well, it would be quite difficult, I'd imagine. I'd imagine we won't have the Eurovision process where the winner hosts the next year, because there are too many countries that there's much more of an inequality, I would say, in Asia than there is in Europe. And then there's geography that you have to take account for. So yeah, I'd imagine it wouldn't be possible to host in Bhutan, regardless of if they won or not. What the hell was that? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this audio mix, but the music is nowhere near loud enough. Oh dear, oh, the voice, no. 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 That didn't work at the end. Um, so yeah, it was an okay performance up to a point, and then the vocals just left him. And it also felt like the music was not with him either. Um, throughout. I did actually say when I was doing my first listens that there are times when there is a complete disconnect between the vocals and the music, and there isn't really. They're not complementing each other. And I think that really hurt him this time. So, unfortunately, I think that is. It's going to be difficult to see a path for Peldon. But we have the jurors obviously giving positive comments as they have to, basically. But yeah. The second judge is very enthusiastic. I just wish he had something to be enthusiastic about, because three of the four so far have not been great. Which makes it really awkward for me in terms of voting, because you have to split amongst three. I don't know how I do that, because there's only one that I feel is good enough to win my votes. Still shocked when Switzerland didn't qualify in May. I was not shocked at all when that happened, to be honest. I felt like it was. It's not that it was trying too hard, but it had too many elements of both the jury side and the televote side that it was sort of in theory that works, right? Where you can get both the jury and the televote to vote for you. In reality, a lot of the time, what happens is neither do it enough. So, no. Okay. Oh, I've had another few frame drops. That is happening for some reason. That is unfortunately the wrong term to use. The host has just said scan the QR code and pass your vote away. Oh dear. That is unfortunate. Okay. We are watching Sarah Engels. So it's an ad break, and I will be cutting to an intermission myself after the final act has performed. We will be back for the conclusion. But I have been streaming for 2 hours now, so there's going to be a lot. Drukdra makes us feel something that's already a plus for Eurovision, says someone on the Discord that I'm looking at. Yeah. I would say at the very least, this has been an interesting national final. This isn't one that has had perhaps the quality, but it has certainly had the variety that we are used to seeing from a Eurovision national final. This is very much this very much feels like it is a national final for Eurovision. Whether that's too westernized, I don't know. It is possible that we're looking too much at a European audience at the moment, and that we need to corner the Asian market a little bit more, and that these songs don't quite do that. We'll have to wait and see. I think that's going to be an interesting point, and it might be interesting to see how that bears out, how that plays out in the results as well. It could be very interesting to see how the Bhutanese vote, the Bhutanese side of the vote, is shown, how different that is to the rest of the world vote. That could be quite interesting to take a look at. Something's gone wrong on the... Just about there. Oh, are we back? We're back. And we are awaiting the final song, the final competing act of the evening. Second juror getting a lot of love on social media. They're still introducing them. Now my internet's lagging. I am actually surprised that my internet has stayed as stable as it has. Like, I'm getting drop frames now. Ooh, that's bad. Ooh dear. Oh, it's going again. Right, I'll have to see what's happening. Looks like we're okay now. Are we? It's going again. Right, I'll have to... Okay, so we're quite a way behind. We're like 30 seconds behind on the... Like... The bitrate is now showing as excellent on YouTube. I feel like the issue is that the issue is not about bitrate. The bitrate was too high when it worked. It's now excellent when it isn't. That's helpful. It appears to be okay now. We appear to be not dropping any frames again. We have slipped behind on the live Eurovision broadcast. So I'm sorry, but this may cause more drop frames. We're not. It's not. We're good. Okay. Fantastic. So we are now watching. In fact, I've got the wrong text up now. There we are. We are watching Bile. And so far the performance has been pretty good. I think it is benefiting from having the three of them, although it's now just one. Back they come. But it is. They are benefiting from having the stage presence there. I think the thing with Peldon earlier was that he struggled with stage presence and he didn't have dancers in a song that would really have benefited from that. And I think that was a bit of an issue for him. I've dropped more frames again. I don't know what's going on with this at the moment. But this is... where the hell did this guy come from? There's a fourth guy now. It would appear that... Oh my god, they're dropping again. Whoa, that's a high bit rate. Bloody hell. 5 figures. You're not supposed to actually try and catch up on the ones you dropped. Please don't try that. Jeez. Yeah, it looks like we're just experiencing momentary lapses constantly at the moment, so I do apologize. But we are having those issues at the moment. Which, I mean, this laptop isn't used to streaming for hours on end. So, there we are. That was a very good performance from Bio 301. And, yeah, pretty good, I would say. Them and Yendra were certainly the highlights of the night for me. So, what I need is the means to vote. Let's see what I... Here we go. I think I'm going to need to wait until the QR code appears on the screen here because Ah, there it is. Right, hang on. I can click the link. This may mean the stream dies for a moment. Just beware. I'll give 3 each to Nyendra and Bile 301 and 1 to Sangay Laden Band because I think they were. Oh, sorry, 2 to Sangay Laden Band then. Because Sangay Laden Band were sort of the least worst of the 3 that were underwhelming. But Bile 301 and Nyendra were well clear. I feel like I could switch to one of them on 4 and Sangay Laden on 1, actually, because there was such a gulf. I'll do it. I'll put Nyendra on 4, Bile 301 3, and Sangay Laden Band 1. Alright, give me a verification code. Are we good? Now I don't know whether you actually voted. Oh, there we are. There we go. I have voted. There we are. I have cast my vote. Or my 8 votes. Oh, we're dropping frames again. How lovely. Come back. Come back. There we are. No. No, back. No, no. Oh, God. I'm literally doing nothing, by the way, and it's alternating between coming back and being gone again. So I do apologize for this. Jury are now submitting their votes as well. So they're now going for recap. And while they're on a recap, I am going to take a short break. So I will go to an intermission and see you later. I will be back. Don't leave. There are none of you here anyway. Welcome back. We're now in an interval. They are in the green room. Oh, yeah, more dropped frames. Good. Apologies if you can hear my fan, but it is extremely hot at the moment here in the UK. We're going through fourth, fifth heat wave in about 2 months. We're officially in a drought in my part of the country as well, so that's nice, I guess. Yeah, climate change is real, folks. I might be about to die to it. There we are. That's nice, I guess. Just trying to. No, okay, so you can't. Climate change is real, folks. You can't hear the fan on stream. That's helpful. Rather enthusiastically talking to all of the artists. It's a massive green room for 5 artists, isn't it? It's a bit odd. It's tiny by most green room standards, massive for 5 artist green room standards. But there we are. So, just trying to sort it out. This could lead to more dropped frames. Just trying to sort out the issues with the official stream, because I'm running at about 30 seconds behind fairly consistently, which I'm fine with it being 30, but it tends to creep back into sort of 45 seconds to a minute. And by that point, with the delay from me to you as well, there's a lot. It's too big a delay to really to actually run a watch-along stream with. But hopefully it'll hold out now. We have been streaming for 2.5 hours roughly now. And we are still waiting. We'll see whether we have some interval acts or whether we're just sort of waiting. Many countries learn English through 2 systems, Oxford or Harvard, which teaches you the British and American spellings of words, as well as their pronunciations, which is why she may have an American accent. Yeah, so you can be taught that there are different ways to speak English, or different ways to learn English, and in general, the 2 main ones that you get in foreign countries tend to be one that teaches you British English and one that teaches you American So that's how you will get a lot of people with who are not from English speaking nations sometimes having American accents or British accents when they speak English. It's because of that. Um, I do wonder if there's research into kind of where certain things are preferred. So whether in Bhutan, for example, American English is what's learned more, for example. I think that could be quite interesting to see. So we are still waiting. We're going through another recap. Voting isn't closed yet. So there goes the hope that we'd be done by the end of the hour, I guess. Not done, I didn't. But, like, on to results. Oh, we're back. We've now got a decently sized crowd waving Bhutanese flags. Somehow they managed to fit the entire population of Bhutan in there. I don't think that's everyone from Bhutan, but maybe. Oh no. Oh no, not intervals, please. Please, not interval acts. Anything but interval acts. There is no electricity? Yeah, it does kind of look like they've lost the lights. Okay, we've got some sort of cultural interval act. I've never actually caught NF's live or as a whole at all yet. It helps that I'm awake. Yeah, the time zones kind of help. It helps to start at 2 p.m. because then at least, like, even if we go on for 4-5 hours, you know, we can still be here at 6 or 7 p.m. Whereas if it starts at 6 or 7 and it goes on for 4 hours, 10 till 11's a little bit different, isn't it? So we are still just chugging along. I will check quickly with the stream how we're doing. Yep, we're going good. And it was going so well until that moment. I do hope that we have fewer tech issues in the rest of this process, because it has sort of overshadowed everything tonight, hasn't it? You know, the official stream going down multiple times. Yeah. I'd love to see this much culture in other national finals. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of. This is the first one, isn't it? So it's the first national final. We have to remember the random druk dra heats last year, of course. Um, but yeah, this is kind of the first real kind of introduction to Bhutanese culture that many of us have. Um, and so that's quite a useful. Um, I was going to say a useful trick. That's not what I meant. But it's quite a useful thing for the first time you're holding a national final. Um, it's quite an easy thing to go for. Whereas I think next time, it could be quite. It's quite difficult to do this multiple times, is what I'm saying. But we will see. Doing a great job of painting Bhutan in its best light. I would say they're definitely showing what they want to show, and they're doing a good job of getting their message across, which is ultimately, you know, in parallel with what Bhutan believes is best for Bhutan. They're going to dance that till the results are. This is quite an interval, isn't it? This is. We're just sort of still going. So that's great. Just quickly check that my stream's doing okay. We had a bitrate spike, but everything else is okay. That is supposed to have done something, I feel like, but never mind. Um, uh, there's a thin line between showing a culture and getting too political and upsetting your neighbours. I guess that's why we don't see it that much in the SC national finals. I think there's a difference between showcasing culture and turning it into a message of. I suppose the difference is between nationalism and jingoism, isn't it? Where nationalism in some way can be attributed to being proud of your country, whereas jingoism is sort of utilizing your country and national emblems for very little reason and very little gain, but with a lot of force. So I think that's sort of the difference there. I don't think I don't think China or India are going to be too mad about Bhutan using or showcasing their culture in this. One more performance than the vote. Is it? Are we confirmed with that? I hope so. Apparently, people are donating in BBSs. um, good. Uh, that's gone well. They need all the help they can get. You may as well donate on their live stream. Useful. Um, I'm not going to read it. I was going to read out a message that I just saw, and then I realized I can't actually officially reveal the details about that, just in case someone official spots this and tries to shut me down. We've got another cultural interval act. ESC Penguin in the Bhutanese broadcast, the BBS YouTube chat, has donated €2.49 and says funding Bhutan's 2027 participation. Can you imagine? Why are they all dressed as Mary Poppins? That's not Mary Poppins. Just because they've got an umbrella attached to them and they're all female. Or, sorry, the majority of them are female. Doesn't mean they are all Mary Poppins. Umbrella work, yes. I mean, it is different, isn't it? It's very much not what we're used to seeing, which is always a good thing. I'm sure those second two were supposed to be the other way around there. Did anyone notice the colour coding issue? Just checking to see. Oh god. My bitrate seems to spike whenever I check on the stream. I feel like I should just assume it's fine and not do anything about anything. That might be the best option at this point. Because whenever I flick back, things go wrong with the official stream. This stream is longer than Junior Eurovision. What are we up to now? We're over 2 hours. Over 2 hours on the actual thing. We've been over 2 hours for ages on this stream. I checked, that song has 786 verses. We'll be here a while then. It's bad luck to open umbrellas inside, by the way. I think that's a Western thing somehow. I've got a feeling it's not a Bhutanese superstition somehow. Someone's going, show us the results, OMG! It's fine, guys. Everything has two interval acts. I think that's the sweet spot. Two interval acts after the actual competing ones have performed. Although, to be fair, isn't voting still open? So maybe it's not. Maybe I missed voting closing. Um, why is Kazakhstan not in ESC Asia? That is a big question. That is a big question for everyone. I don't know, is the answer. And now we have another trailer in Dzongkha for Eurovision Asia with English subtitles, which is the same trailer they've shown 3 times tonight. I'm assuming this is going to happen every time. So that's unfortunate. Okay, sorry. What I said earlier about Bulgaria and hosting, I know it's been 2 hours since I said it, but apparently that was wrong. I need to correct myself. BNT wants Sofia. It is the Bulgarian government and the EBU that want Burgas. There we are. We are going to close the voting window. Sorry, that's... I do apologise, but it was too easy for me to say it like that. Okay. Oh no, dropped frames. Looks like we're closing the votes. Okay. We're going to have a commercial break, of course. Okay, so we will almost be ready for the results. We all yearn for the electrical safety ad, someone has said in the BBS chat. Oh. The stream may have completely died for a moment there. I do apologise. It looks like we are getting back to normal, although I can't hear the Eurovision stream anymore, so that's helpful. I'm gonna have to try and push that one along because I'm a bit too far behind again. Cha-cha-cha's back. Certainly looks like Non-Stop Hits hasn't let go of 2023 yet. Whose ads are more iconic, Malta or Bhutan? To be fair, I watched the Maltese adverts. I'm on the wrong stream for the Bhutanese ones. So instead I'm getting Carrier twice. So that's helpful. Tax lady wishes she could compete. I just skipped an ad and it felt like the stream was offended and so started to refresh itself rather than get back to where it was live on the other half of the screen. Because it was an in-screen advert, which apparently YouTube can do now. I knew it could be done on Twitch. I didn't know it could be done on YouTube. But there we are. Maybe you're watching one right now. Maybe I'm speaking to someone. Who knows? Oh no, what's happening now? Uh-oh. There are news in the chat, which means the stream seems to have broken for all of us by the looks of it. Oh no. Looks like we do have another interval act. Sit tight, everyone. We're still going on. I know it's Bhutanese culture. We don't need to do it 3 times. If you do it too much this year, if this becomes a success and you do it next year, you're going to have run out of things. And that is true of any country. I'm actually slightly surprised they're only 5 hours ahead, to be honest. They're making a massive effort for us to try and catch up on those 5 hours, aren't they? Gojo would have had way more fun here. It says a lot that Gojo was the only one they were able to get in 2026 for the main contest interval acts. Host city for ESC Asia will be Burgas next year. We're just going to combine the two. This is now the Eurasian Song Contest. At this point, we're going to end up in Bulgaria by the end of this. I feel Orf didn't want to host. I don't know about that. Orf have previous for not being good at hosting. 2015 was awful as well. I said in my advice video in 2025, my advice for Austria was recognize where the talent is when you host. And they did exactly not that. So that's not great. Imagine Eurovision Song Contest Africa. I'm just trying to, like, would you have to have, like, because there's a humongous amount of countries in Africa. If you had all of them, could you imagine, like, just how massive a contest that would have to be? I don't know what the format would be for that. Are they counting the votes one by any chance? Yes. That's how it works with national finals. That's why it takes so long. These are unironically still better than Vienna's intervals. It's just so hard to count the votes of 4 jurors. I don't know how they, like, how it's calculated for 40%, 40%, 20%. Like what the system is in terms of, like, points and things. But we will find out. Oh. We've cut to our first crowd shot of an incredibly unenthusiastic crowd. Oh god, that was really generic banter, wasn't it? Do you miss your high school days? Yes. Wow. I'm not asking for them to be funny in English. I'm asking for them to not try to be. Um, is it results time? That's inconvenient. I've got to feed the cat in a few minutes. Otherwise, she will attack me. Hundreds of thousands of votes have been cast. It's 4:25 UK time. I don't know whether that's hundreds of thousands of votes across Bhutan or whether everyone in Europe is unemployed. Okay, here we go. This would help if I had a translator for this bit. In fact, I will have to cause the stream to die by checking it for a moment. We have gone up to 2,500 dropped frames, so ignoring it didn't really work, but there we are. Results is now on the screen. Let's see what we get. Everything will die again as I switch to the other part. Ooh, showing. Was that Neandra or was that? Well, that one's Paladin. That's Bile. Okay. In 5th place is. Is this jury or full? I think it just says 5th. It's not jury. Paladin is 5th. Paladin Wangchuk is 5th place. Apparently, the results are already on the website, so that's helpful. See you then. No. I've got an advert at the wrong bloody point. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Right. Okay, they're revealing 4th now. I believe. I can turn chat off on that one. 4th place. Fourth place is. Karma is 4th. Okay. So this is weirdly going as I expected it to go from, like, my point of view so far. What the hell is going on outside? I've got a... There's like a plane flying over, but it's really loud. Oh, that's why. RAF's just flown over. Don't worry, if it was anything important, it wouldn't be trackable by me. Third place is Biol is third. Biol 301 are third. Okay, that's a slight surprise. I thought, well, it's not a slight surprise in the sense that I obviously don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to an Asian audience. But certainly from my perspective, I would have put them top two. So it's between Sangay and yes, Sangay and Nyendra. Interesting. The Sangay Laden Band and Nyendra. Let us take a second, says the host. Yes, indeed. Pace yourselves. We've got loads of time. What are you on about? You clearly only bought 2.5 hours, didn't you? Ooh, the winner is I didn't actually get which one of them it is. It cut to Nyendra. So I assume. Are we right? Someone's already got a top one out. It is. Hai Semo, the angel, will represent Bhutan at Eurovision Asia 2026, sung by Nyendra. And that is that. So, what a fantastic start to Eurovision Asia National Final season. The first ever contestant for Eurovision Asia has been selected, and it is Nyendra, who will be representing Bhutan. Song is called The Angel. Sorry, that was that, that was hilarious. The host went, "Are you crying?" Yes. Way too enthusiastic. Uh, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Neander speaks with a British accent when he speaks English. Interesting. Yeah, the song is called The Angel, and he certainly has the voice of one. That much I can say. Well deserved win for Nyendra. Nyendra with Hai Semo The Angel is Bhutan's song for Eurovision Asia 2026. The first ever Eurovision Asia. And we have our first ever entry. So as the reprise runs, he's lost his voice, apparently. In the celebrations afterwards. It'll 100% be staged better at the actual contest. Yeah, I can imagine Eurovision Asia will be a lot bigger than Rhythm of Bhutan. But certainly it's an exciting experience for the country of Bhutan and a surely exciting experience for Nyendra himself as an artist to be the first ever artist competing in Eurovision Asia, let alone first ever Bhutanese artist competing in Eurovision Asia. So that is impressive. We have results. We can see like the points. Hold on. No, I have to get that up. You're not getting away with not showing me that. I'm trying to find them now. Where did you find it? Person on Discord, where did you find it? I'm trying to find it. It won't let me. But I can confirm that in total, Pelden Wangchuk got 19 points. Karma Drupchu got 32 points. Bio 301 36. The Sangay Latin Band 41. And Nyendra 52. So Nyendra, a decent way out in the context of how close it was. For the rest of them. So pretty good. So congratulations, Nyendra. That is it for the first ever Eurovision Asia song. And the first ever Bhutanese Eurovision Asia entry. There we go. As they hand the trophy over, the finance minister of Bhutan is apparently the person handing the trophy over, who is probably slightly concerned as to how on earth they pay for all this now. But there we are. So, I'm just waiting for them to finish now before I do. Why did every song's title start with the... I don't know. I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how that happened. But we are here. Yeah, it was probably bad translation of the titles. I was actually going to check before coming on today to see if those translations were correct, because even I was slightly confused at that. So, there we are. Good night, everyone, say the hosts. We are finally done on what has been a rather interesting afternoon indeed. And a historic one for the Eurovision Song Contest. The first ever Eurovision Song Contest Asia entry has been selected. Nyendra will be going to Bangkok, representing Bhutan. That is it, I guess. After 3 hours of streaming, it is finally time for me to sign off as well. This has been an exhausting stream. Let's see whether we can do it again on the next one. Whatever country that ends up being. Whether it turns out to be a country that hasn't been announced yet, who knows. But I will see you for that one. In the near future. That is it for this afternoon. If you have enjoyed, please subscribe using the button below for more of this content. And we will be back very shortly with the next one. Goodbye.